Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I'm going to do a major buku soulmate twin flame read, and we are going to get some exact names. We're going beyond initials. I found a nice way to just connect with some of the imagery of this particular deck, and it really helps me within all the swirls, and I breathe deeply and names just come about. And as many names come up when I flip some of the cards over, it won't necessarily matter the letters that are on the card, like say it's Ocean Weaver or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean it begins with an O. Sometimes it just comes in a quick rushes. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 names, and sometimes it's 10 to 20 names. So whatever comes up, I want to get as many details. We're also going to pull 2 tarot cards, one that represents them in the relationship and one that'll represent you. And then we're going to have personality, archetypes, how the family will blend, when this might come about, if you had or experienced a past life together. And I just wanted to let you in on my I'm running a couple specials, but everybody seems to be asking about this particular one, your life journey spread. It's 12 major subjects and it's only $25, and I get it ready within 48 hours, and it covers everything from something from the last year that you need to let go of, important lessons you need to learn, family, friendships, romantic relationships, career, travel. It runs the whole gamut. I really wanted a juicy cover-all read that just gets as much information and details as possible. And all you need to do is either email me. All my links are down below. If you just hit the little gray area. My favorite way to do it is that you come over to Instagram and you go under SparkWrist11 and you just DM me and be like, Mel, I'd like to book your special. Again, you'll have the video forever. I love doing these. It's my way to, give you guys a fun, kind of thought-free endeavor, because so many people get aggravated by wanting to ask questions. How much can I fit in this time period? And this really covers everything from friendships, romance, health, finances, career, and travel. And I'm trying to make you guys not just get choice exhaustion in life, because I know sometimes I'm just done and dusted. But speaking of choices, you actually have 3 choices with this, and you can feel free to watch all 3 too. We are going to have number 1 be air, the paradigm shift. There's a huge paradigm shift going on right now for a lot of people. They have new understandings of what their true path is. They are mellowing. They're at the ready. And I often go through this when I slow everything down and I remember to meditate, breathe, and focus on what's important. I get out in nature. All my attention is taken away from urgency in the material and put into a restful spiritual kind of envelope and mailed to me. And then I get ready, right? It's like, boom, one big kiss on the smacker from the cosmos. Number 2 is furried and feathered friends. If you guys, I would love for you to go over to my IG and see what greeted me when I walked out my back door to go do the read. My black cat, Moonbeams. Well, I call her mine. She's part of my family. I don't know where she comes from, but she lives practically in my yard and shows up every time I go outside. I feed her and I love her and I cuddle her. And right next to her landed Merlin, my black crow. He's not mine either, but he's always out there. As soon as I go out too, I feed him as well. I have little chats with them. They're my buds. So this would be my card. Number 2, furry and feathered friends. We have all different cosmic, energetic guides out there, and animals are definitely one of them. And comment down below what one you definitely know is yours. Mine is definitely felines and birds on an epic scale. And I'm just curious. I love it. I'm like, and people, that's why I love people that are into esoteric teaching and spirituality, because they give life and breadth and width to all the possibilities. We know everything is energy, so of course certain animals are attracted. We're on the same frequency, right? And they show up for us. Hopefully it's not jellyfish and wasps. Number 3 is vulnerability. And just to share this with you guys, I almost wasn't going to do this. I brought everything outside and the wind picked up, and I thought, I need to get in the energetic space, and I was just guided to come in and breathe and relax, and I just started setting up, and this reading came to me. Names started coming to me, and I started formulating just a nice schematic for this read, and I know you guys love it, and you really are curious about your soulmates and your twin flames, the energy they carry, how far away they are, how you connect, the ethereal ties, who they are, what they're about, and all of that. And I love tapping into that. So I'm going to let you guys make your choice, and I am going to have a sip of my lemonade. I made this fun thing. It's literally all water and 1 pinch of lemon juice and pink lemonade. I'm so thirsty these days. I feel whenever I'm really in an upswing spiritually, I am extra thirsty, I have no appetite whatsoever. I have to like force myself to eat, and it's only things that grow on trees and out of the ground that I want. I do not want any synthetic food. It tastes like garbage to me. It's the weirdest. I just got a call right in the middle of me talking, and I tried to stop it, but for some reason it took over. But comment down below too if you're having that, like a sense of urgency to eat specific things. If things that are synthetic and have a lot of junk in it, you taste that and it tastes gross, like I can't eat those. And I used to love them, those like cheese puffs and Jacks. And now that stuff, it tastes like the weirdest synthetic dust I've ever had. And I'm like, after two, I'm like, no way. It's really weird. But then I go through phases where I'm like, give me all the junk on the, on the face of the planet. Like, no rhyme and reason. So this is what we know about peaks and valleys and our, you know, emotional upswings and all of that. And oh, big shout out. Hold on, I have a sip of water and I need to tell you something. I discovered, and I don't think I made a large video since this discovery, and it's super important to me because I'm absolutely blown away by her, and I want to pull up her information so you can see her too, because she's beyond phenomenal, and she blew my mind the moment I listened to her. And her name is Emma, and her channel is Therapy in a Nutshell, and she also has an IG. But she absolutely just blew me away in that she delivers everything so concisely, so perfectly balanced and level-headed and in layman's terms and digestible, that she's amazing. Here's one of her videos, but she has several. And again, Therapy in a Nutshell, and her name is Emma, and I've never seen or heard the likes of her. If you want quick answers, and she's got so many, and she's not kidding when she says in a nutshell, it's like bam, bam, bam. I was beyond belief the other day when I said, oh dear, I'm going to have to look up some very specific things for a client who is losing it a little bit, and their very specific needs are going to need. And I'm not kidding you, when this particular video by her showed up that had all the answers that I needed. So I feel like we are divinely guided to our gurus, our helpers, our therapists, everything that's out there. But she's exceptional. I have yet to see the like, and so grounded. She's from Utah. She has 3 young children, just lovely and earthy, and her voice is heavenly. If you want to do yourself a favor and feel great, listen to some of her videos. She helped me recognize something the other day that I knew nothing about, and it was called Name It to Tame It. And we have these secondary emotions that take the place and kind of piggyback on a first emotion. I'll give you an example. You get in an argument at home and you're angry, so you're yelling, and then on top of that you get shame, and then you get frustration, and all these secondary emotions come in and they build and they make you feel out of control. So oftentimes we need to name and rectify that initial reaction. I was upset because I felt like somebody disrespected my physical space. It can be as simple as that, but we compound it, and then we get these crazy impulsive behaviors. Let me go drink, let me go eat, let me bury this. And it was genius, you know, because I had some like little bees buzzing in my ear that were bothering me about a home situation. And when I pulled this up, I thought, aha. So utterly genius. Please go see Therapy in a Nutshell, you guys. You will love her. And comment down below if you already watch her stuff and you're blown away. So now we'll begin on your love journey, which I love. And I can't wait to like not only find out some of the names, but what cards represent them and you. And I'll just fan out my favorite new deck and we'll choose from there. The Star Tarot blows me away. But we're going to start with the names because I feel like that's an important part. And what I'll do, I'll start with the male names and then I'll go on to the female names. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a few of these and just look at them. My method is, we're starting with number 1 right now. My method is to just look at the 2 cards and ask Spirit for some names. So right away, I'm hearing some very international names. I'm hearing Elijah, Liam, Mason, Ethan, Alexander, Henry, Jack, Aiden, Samuel, Christian, Landon, Connor, Charles, Joshua, and Eric. And as that flows, it is a really unique kind of thing. I saw someone doing this where they looked at the back of a card, and I also do blank writing, but somehow in the twists and the infinity symbols and the colors and all of that suggests certain names. So let's find out what cards are going to represent you and what cards are going to represent them. And we're just going to fan out. This is them, Seven of Pentacles. Ooh. And you're the moon. Of course you are. Beautiful and intuitive. And I love this. So let's start with the Seven of Pentacles. This is somebody that sets themselves up for success because they plant the right seeds. They know what it is to be motivated. And what I just learned, an interesting fact about motivation, it's not necessarily the ideas that just come to us. What motivates us is actual, like, move a muscle, change a thought. So you get up and you move around and you kind of activate the proper setting to be successful by getting the resources you need nearby, right? I want to go for a walk. I'm going to get up and put my sneakers by the door. I'm going to hang my coat there. It's the movement that motivates us. Hey, I did this one small thing. I did it with ease. It was no big deal. Therefore, I was able to pop those on and go for a walk. So this is someone who's motivated and plants the seeds for success. I feel like they're also most likely an earth sign. I'm seeing a lot of Capricorn energy and a lot of Taurus energy, a lot of organization. Someone who, again, sets himself up for success. They understand bureaucratic processes. They like numbers, probably. Their household is probably in a good economic state because they pay attention to things. But also I feel like that this person is earthy and very natural. And when you get the Seven of Pentacles as kind of like an archetype of a personality, sevens are really beautiful because sevens are spiritual awareness, introspection, and victory. Because 7 in general is a tough number to master. You know, it is like the number of opportunity to conquer your perceived limitations, your adversaries, and you become the victor. So since we're both physical and divine, it's like we just go in and we take action when we need to, and we're able to manifest into material form whatever we need by having focus and intention on it. And they're beautiful at doing that. And it's one of those people, they don't, they just muster the energy. They don't just talk about it. They don't drive you crazy with it. They're not, I want to do this. I'm hoping to do this. They're just, guess what? I'm doing this. So highly motivated. Capricorns are famous for that. But Seven of Pentacles is finding and following your Dharma. This is like someone who, I'm getting on this path. Their soul hears a higher calling. The key to Seven of Pentacles is continuing this cycle of abundance by expanding it out into the world and community too. And the gift of this card is connecting with the work that brings them true fulfillment, emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And because of that, they're very well rounded and they really have their act together. They kind of soar into their true power. They know their outlooks, their goals, their motivations, and they're really great at transforming their beliefs and dreams into a higher level of creative endeavors, and they get it done. So really motivated. So they're probably somebody who's really in good financial state. Someone who's an excellent listener, they're grounded, they're not flighty when they can work through issues by staying really calm. I see just a very beautiful, level-headed individual. And I feel like that's what you're ready for, and that's what you're manifesting as well. Now, I love that you have the moon energy when it comes to this relationship, because this is beautiful intuition that's just off the charts and helps you in every regard of your life, where you don't doubt yourself. Doubt comes in when we're in our headspace and our ego, because our ego always thinks we need to do more, but our heart and our intuition knows that isn't so. So you're on the threshold of transformation and bringing this love in. Now the moon, mystery, wonderment, all these cycles, initiation, inner strength, completion, all of this. I feel like right now you're going to be moving to unexpected realms because your connection with your soulmate or twin flame is definitely all of those ethereal, beautiful ties that we don't really see, but you believe in them, and your gratitude is bringing them. The scenery around you is different. It has a different cast to it. You see what others don't see sometimes. It is a gateway to the unknown, and really, really trust your authentic self and get rid of all these monsters. You're going to feel liberated. You're going to know that perception is everything. And I heard actually from Emma on Therapy in a Nutshell how they took two people, one that lost their arm and one that won the lotto, and they did a a interview with them a year later, and their happiness levels were quite equal, because it wasn't a material gain or loss or anything that changed how they saw the world, because it was all their perception. They thought they had enough, they were thriving, they were happy already. So that's a kind of unique thing about perception and intuition. When you work with those in tandem and you perceive things to be beautiful and to be no lack mentality and to know things are flowing and you have a feeling of abundance and love, you create that, because that which we are seeking is also seeking us. That Rumi ethos is very true. And you're combining this with this like impactful visionary training for yourself. Like, I don't like that thought, so I'm giving it the boot. I know I am capable, loving, strong, a magnet for good things. And every time doubt or fear come in, I'm going back to my intuition and I'm not allowing things. This is your authentic self, and you're ready, and the gift of wisdom and love come to you when you're in this state, which is really beautiful. Now let's just see, we're going to get like a few more ideas on this. Woo, I love this state. This is the state, how they view you and your time frame. Wow, so I feel like this is coming as soon as 5 months. Definitely that was your time era. Now, Queen of Wands is kind of like what you're going to evolve into, and the state that's being so helpful for you, the state that's conducive for you to bring this in. And as we all know, the queens are like, you're strong in your own sovereignty, but the Queen of Wands is very unique and wonderful in that it's a creative life force. It's a mother of creative. You have fiery magic right now. You know, this also symbolizes manifesting all your spiritual potential, and you're really stepping into that. So comment down below if sometimes you're just like, I can't believe I felt that, saw that, heard that. Sometimes I'm blown away by these little things. I'm like, I'm not even going to discuss this because people are going to think this simply can't be true, or I hallucinated it. But I know in my own heart and intuition that I have a really unique and crazy affinity with animals, and my spirit guides are very weird, and I actually hear certain things, and they're always around me. Like, I think it's quite unusual. I don't think people have a black cat and a black crow that land together on their patio every time you go out there, like, and greet you. That happens to me almost every single time I go out there, unless I'm being really loud and carrying a bunch of stuff. But it's those things, and they're going to be happening to you. You're going to see a strange array of a lot coming in, because what happens is, I feel for sure, when our soulmates are trying to like transcend and move ahead in their journey and connect with us in the 3D, a lot of things take place, a lot of synchronicities, a lot of beautiful angel, animal, and spirit guides all show up, because we're in receivership. So they want to bring us these messages that make us feel fundamentally safe and on the right track and all of that. And that's what's going to be taking place with this. So get excited. It is happening. You know, it's just one of those things. I definitely beseech you to start writing down what you really want from the universe, because the universe loves conciseness. It loves, you know, for you to really be emphatic about it. Like, there's no doubt I want this, and here's why I want this, because it means that you've given it some thought. It's not an impulse, and it's not just some vague number or monetary game. It's something that's going to like fulfill a wish in a meaningful, deep way. Mine is usually, almost more often than not, for a sense of well-being, focus, and grounded, because I'm double fire and I want everything at once. I'm impatient. I'm so excited that it's like I just turn into a whirligig, and I'll start, like, I have to be careful. I'll start talking to myself in public. Like, I remember going by what's that whatever, it was like a Sephora, and I'm like, oh, I should really just go and start whacking some spackle on my smacker. Like, I always love trying on lipsticks and all this stuff, and you know, and then I burst out laughing in the middle of the mall like some maniac, and I'm like, I always feel like my guides and angels around me, so I feel like I'm conversing with them. And my mother is one of my guides, and she's hilarious, and I hear her laugh and I hear her suggest certain things, and I'll burst out laughing. And I sometimes forget that I'm out in public, so I just start talking. I mean, not usually, but if something really funny comes in my head, it's coming out of my smacker. And oftentimes, you know, I see people in the grocery store that, oh, I would love that for dinner. That'd be great. You know, they're having chats with their friends. Me and my fairy friends jamming the hell out. But I feel like you are going to be receiving messages in a really beautiful way, and you're going to be bridging this realm, and it's going to feel fantastic, Group 1. So that is you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and comment down below if you like this type of video. I'll make more of them. And I tell everybody else too, put your suggestions down there. I'm working on a cycle. My next one is going to be Belinda's, where I make jewelry and talk about spirituality. There's so many simple pieces everybody can make, and that's coming. I'm just I have everything in their drawers tucked away, and I have to set it up a certain way so you guys can really see it really smoothly. So that is, you guys, love and light. All my links are down below. I'd love for you to get in the special reads over on Sparkrest 11, so go check those out. Anything else is down there as well. So love and light. Oops, I need to back it up a step. I don't believe I did the female names. I heard right when I stopped that I had not done any female names, so I'm pulling this card, and this just gives me a whole array. So for you guys who have a soulmate coming in that's a female, I hear Sophia, Elizabeth, Emily, Harper, Mia, Isabella, I might have already said that, Avery, Monica, Kennedy, Savannah, that's really pretty. I heard a Nova, Brielle, Madeline, Piper, Sarah, Melanie, funnily enough. Wow, that's really weird. Oh, Melanie and Melody, Aubrey, Kylie, Mary. And that's it for now, you guys. Wow. Yeah, as I was, you guys, that's for group 1. I just kind of got tagged as I looked down. I kind of heard that message. So now we're going to move on to number 2, you guys. I don't know what I did with those cards. What did I do with them? Anywho, you know your number, right? What did I do with those? That's going to make me cuckoo. Anywho, you guys, we're going to go on to number 2. Now, I am going to pull some cards, and we're going to see what names. Oh, there they are. They're underneath everything. Doi. Number 2. Furried and Feather Friends. So I'm going to pull these and just have a moment where I meditate on them and get some of the names. This is the one deck that really helps me reach in and be able to find these things. So quick breath. I really love the patterns, just really do it, and they're amazing. Okay, I'm going to actually start with the female names because those are coming in first. I see a Natalie, Aaliyah, Riley, Grace, Madison, Roberta, Abigail, Natalie, Lydia, Emery, Autumn, Athena, Kristen, Catherine, Caroline, Mary, Faith. Okay, now we're going to start with the boys, and I need to breathe for a moment. So much amazing stuff. And they're like strange names. They're like a little more advanced, or some are old, but some are very new. So I have a Robert, James, Ian, Jackson, Adam, Santiago, Connor, Colton, Christian, Charles, David, Wyatt, John, Asher, Daniel, Henry, Benjamin, and William. I know they seem primarily Western world for now. It's just one of those things that I have that are coming in and they're being suggested. And what I can do before some other reads too is to do a kind of like a study and a meditation on international names, because those are coming in too. But what happens is the pronunciation and all of that, like I see it as a ticker tape. It kind of puts a cog in my wheel if I can't pronounce it and a lot's going on. So what I can do too is I can have like a fun printout and have it run through at one time. So that being said, you guys, let's see what card represents their energy and what card represents your energy. Ooh, you're loving that. Yeah, I felt that right away. They are definitely a major manifestor and magic. And look at you, 8 of Cups. Let's look at this. So let's start right away with their beautiful magician energy. You know, this is somebody that's not only a major manifestor, but they believe in things that are unbelievable. They are one of those people that they understand the cosmos, the brilliance of everything. They don't doubt it. They don't doubt in the magic. And they know that boldness has beauty and magic in it. You know, this represents somebody who's inspired, is a fantastic communicator. They have will and focus, and they direct this beautiful creative energy right into manifesting things. They embody the elements both of air and fire, and they really understand that the more they exercise this act and trust their choices, more unfold in their life. So the magicians really act like conduits that tap into universal forces of inspiration, of wonder, of imagination, and they don't hold on to all this inspired creative force. They process it and release it. It's like a lightning ride, and super divine inspiration aligns with their life force. So this is going to be a creative dynamo. This may be somebody who's a famous singer, actor, author, just somebody who's fantastic. You know, they have this beautiful process that produces great achievements, you know what I mean, on a collective level. So they may have, for the good of all, so they may have a lot of things published, music and so on. They really direct it to the world, and they let it blossom to the full intention. And they are like an inspired conduit for you as well. So they're going to bring out the absolute best in you and help you and, you know, your growth cycle and what you're trying to accomplish in life, because the magician has that touch, you know, and you right now we're in the Eight of Cups, which is seeking truth and moving through. You know, this is a time where your inner tides and yourself are shifting. You are creating a new person, so you might be feeling restless. All these stirrings deep inside you. It's a new plateau, really, of consciousness where you have new understandings, and you're like, I really want to figure this out. What used to be so fulfilling and fun feels like dead wood. Like it's really weird, and you feel like you need new inspired creations. This really encourages you to dig deep inside places that the ego doesn't really want you to explore anyway. You know, places on your path in evolution can be dark and scary, but once you face them head on, you have all these new truths, right? Meditation, introspection, dream work, all of that. Pay attention to the inspirations and messages that are coming through your dreams and meditation right now. I'd love for you to comment down below if you're having crazy dreams where just wild things are occurring, because that's one of the things that's happening. And let's tap into some more energy right now within this, because I feel like you're ready to move on in another realm. Oh, I love this. So this is the energy within your connection, and this is the Grail card. I absolutely love this for you within your union. You know, this blesses your path with good fortune and happiness, well-being, security, prosperity, everything, material success coming in for you. I definitely believe energy is like a lightning rod. Once we get on that path and we have gratitude for our life, it pulls in everything. It pulls in the success, the monetary reward, our soulmates, because we become a conduit for all things that are good. We recognize we deserve it, therefore it shows up, and we have a lookout for it. You know, we see the opportunities. We are inclined to make better choices, boundless love, abundance, and you're really receiving a beautiful cycle of this right now. This really is the wish card, and you're ready. I love this. And within this, and she's called the Grail Princess, you're ready for the arrival of this. You're in a place where you've acclimated to the idea that you know you want these big ideas and you're going for them. And it's almost like you're conferring with spirit, and it's helping you, saying, you know, this is a wise avenue to go down. Breathe it in, take care of yourself, relish your space and who you are. You don't need outside validation. You don't need other people to give you that stamp of approval. It's all within you. And you're probably doing some of these beautiful spiritual practices, meditating, breathing, seeing the good in people as opposed to anything different, right? It's like you're really collectively in with that. Something I've forgotten, I don't know why I keep forgetting too, is the girls' names. So you have some girls' names that are coming in too for this, and they're unique and fun. I might have already said them, but I feel more coming in. Victoria, Grace, Zoe, Hannah, Elizabeth, Scarlett, Charlotte, Chloe, Audrey, Catherine, again, Kristen, a lot of these, Anna, Ivy. Really neat, fun, beautiful names. Liliana, Mackenzie, and Eliza, and also Kylie. I don't know if this is just like a recirculation of some that I just said, but I just saw more coming in. somehow just watching the Feathered Friends too, some more came in as well. And I feel like where you might have thought you had an underdeveloped skill set to listen to your intuition and really follow it to your bliss, you're now honing that, you're polishing it up, you're working with it. You know, anything that was calcified or heavy is falling away in this process of you reaching your goal towards this. So beautiful energy, group 2. I'm loving that for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, you guys, and get in on that great new spread I'm doing. It's only $25. If you go over to IG, you'll see it. So juicy, so many details. I'm really, really excited. And that's Sparkrist 11 again. Thank you guys. Let me know what you think. And if you want more videos like this, I'll definitely start whipping some up. So okay, you guys, now we're going to go on to number 3. Let's see what is going on. I'm so excited. I love this kind of energy. Whenever I get to spend time outside, I feel really good. So what I'm going to do is pull 2 of the cards that help me find the names. It's funny how like certain symbols, swirls, and things just help me really. It's like blank writing, but it's with symbolism. So right away, I'm going to start with some of the boys' names that are coming up. I see some Joseph, Robert, Connor, Matthew, Brian's, Marcus, Douglas, Frederick, George, Ian, Paul, James. And for girls, I see an Erica, Catherine, Margaret, Kristen, Lucy, Mary, Carolyn, Erin, Cheryl, Patricia, and Hannah. Very interesting. And that's not to say there isn't a whole another array, but when I usually feel anywhere between like 5 and 10 names and just let them flow. It's odd how it can be like anything. It could be like a sun symbol would mean Sabrina and things get suggested. But now this is one of my favorite parts of this, when we pull a card that represents both of you and your energy. And the other 2 were phenomenal. Comment down below if you sometimes watch all of them. 9 of Wands. And I'm going to read to you what 9 also stands for. Oh, 2 of Cups in your energy. Ever loving and lovely and caring. And let's see if we can get this more over in the main screen, and I'll zoom in. And I want to talk about 9s too, because I'm very big into numerics and what they symbolize, and I definitely feel, and it's unusual because 9 has always been my favorite number, and if I could ever be that in any sports that I was in, I always wanted to be number 9. I always felt like it was like right on the precipice of 10 and completion. Like I knew that when I was little, like it was an excitement card for me, like closure and finishing and all of that. And it's about initiation, breakthroughs, and completion. So they're really in this spiritual place right now where they're initiating good, deep, rich change in their life. They're becoming the person they want to come. They're having breakthroughs. They've done their shadow work, hence they get to be on their way to you. This is definitely, it speaks of the process of mastering kind of the worlds of nature, man, and spirit, and higher self. So they really get this. They want a deeper understanding of what their purpose is, and they're moving through that and having a lovely connection with the divine. You know, really having smooth direction on their journey's path. No more fighting it. This is a person with a higher mind philosophy. They've probably been very well traveled, probably have a lot of languages tucked in their belt, like 3 or 4 languages. And again, with the names, I know they seem primarily Western, but what happens is when I see that ticker tape of different names, there's some pronunciation differences, and it can kind of like derail me. So, you know, of course there's so many other names, but it is just the ones that I can quickly kind of pull off the reel for you that came out. This is somebody too that has the wisdom of the sage at this level. Like they really are. They don't become reactionary. They're very mellow. So they have a lot of social grace and beauty, and you'd be very proud to introduce them to your family and friends because they have their act together. You know, it's like not somebody's going to pop off or has strange prejudice or ideas or viewpoints of the world, or is, you know, a small-minded person. This is somebody who has a great expanse and understands a lot. Now I love the 2 because the 2 is about personal growth. And the number 2 introduces balancing of all our dualities. So this is you and yourself and projects and relationships. And with the energy of this 2, you're exploring your inner and outer dualities, feminine, masculine, and you're starting to integrate them very beautifully. It also symbolizes balance and exchanging energy, moving back and forth between people, choices, changes, polarities, creative opportunities. And when you mix it with the 2 of Cups, which is the key word to it, is love. It symbolizes romantic love. And I see you have so much love to give, and you're so warm, and you're in relationships. I feel like there's a lot of harmony, understanding, healing, and passion that takes place with you. I feel like for you now, you're open to love and passion. And the gift of this card, when you follow it, and it is your kind of personal moniker, is love. So new love is exalting. It really takes our senses and emotions to new heights and experiences. There is no other feeling like this. You know, when love is balanced and centered and mature, it is one of the most wonderful, blissful experiences of our life, right? And when this card comes up, it symbolizes the start of a new beautiful partnership, love affair, twin, kindred spirit, friendship, whatever it is. This is love, healing in the heart, body, and the spirit. I am so excited for you. Let's see what else is kind of taking place within the energy that's being exchanged between you guys. And I did forget a time frame for number 2, but it didn't come up. So it's just one of those things. But yours is very soon, and I'm going to pull a secondary, I feel like within 2 months. But then there's a secondary group too that's 10 months. I knew I could hear gap in time. And there we go. 1 10 months, 1 2 months. And this is sort of the energy that's taking place. And I love this. This cuts through fog, dust. You know, this is no more tug of war with ghosts. I know what I want now. I'm not second guessing myself. I'm not going to have insecurity, fear, jealousy, envy, or any of those lower vibrations take place. I am ready for this. I put my order into the universe. I'm situated where I want to be, and let's go for this. And this is also really great communication that'll take place between you guys. Like, you won't have the fear that I can't say something. Now, I love queens anyway because they're about intuition, feminine wisdom, and right now this is just a beautiful vessel of channeling all the energies that flow back and forth between the divine and physical realms, and you're able to latch onto it and do it beautifully. And the swords is really great because this is the goddess of air and perception of truth. So you can see the truth in everything and everyone as it arises. And, you know, no more second guess. It's like this beautiful photographic memory for details that symbolize ultimate problem solving skills right now. Like, you're just going to be able to pull it out of that Rolodex that's in your head and go, aha, this is what I mean. This is where I need to move. This is what's happening. Oh, and also anything. You can read inflection in people's voices. You can read micro expressions. No more confusion, fear, and doubt. Like the Queen of Swords just goes, ta-da, barreling forward. At times it can seem intimidating because they're so strong, and they know exactly this wise, powerful air is around them, but also you have this beautiful kind of truth and free will that people really admire, because so many people hesitate, doubt, or they can do people-pleasing things. Not the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is like, this is who I am. I still love everybody and I'm gentle and kind, but I'm not going to say yes when I want to say no. And it's wonderful. And this truth is transformative. It's beautiful energy that brings you to any challenge, any demand, and you cut through any kind of belief systems or patterns that fog the mind or block the heart and go right in there. Wisdom and healing time for you, big time. And another thing is, you're just prepared for this. You're ready. You've asked for it. And you were very specific. Like, you have no more doubts and fears. So the universe is like, they are aligned with what they want. So let's now bring it their way. Gorgeous energy, gorgeous. And for some of you, very, very soon because of that. And for some of you, you're working through some things professionally and otherwise. So you just need a bit more time. So we have 2 and 10 months for that. And I definitely feel that your heart space is going to give you such a sense of well-being and balance by recognizing, why is this emotion arising? Let me take a look at this. It's because of this. So now all I have to do is have the clearance with that. And I don't need to take on board anybody else's nervous energy. Like, for a lot of you guys, I feel like you're empaths, but you're going to reside in your feelings and be able to deflect others to protect yourself on this journey and bring it in all the more faster as well. So beautiful energy, group 3. I'm so glad I did this read. I really felt inspired. I feel like in a calm, beautiful vibration right now, where I have like a slower cadence of speech. I feel really good. I find as the moon is getting fuller, it's like it just really, the Scorpios just know how to lightning rod that information. That scorpionic energy is definitely helping readers. If you're a reader or somebody that's in the esoteric, do you feel this really high vibrational lightning rod energy? I would love to hear about it down below. So love and light, you guys. I'd love for you to get in on the Scorpio full moon read. If you go over to my IG, which is Sparkles11, I'm offering 2 special reads over there for only $25. I just feel like they're really impactful and they kind of like hit home what is taking place. Thank you guys for all your love and support. I read all your comments. You guys, you know, you're amazing. I have such love for humanity anyway, but I have extra little twinkle in my heart for people that really want to have true understanding of their life and how to make it better and how to infuse the world and the collective with more light and more good energy. It's not that hard. You know, we just become kinder and softer and less rushed and critical of ourselves and others. And then we kind of get in that flow state. It helps us immensely. So love and light, you guys. Have a great weekend.